carrying around a plastic water bottle now is the new version of being as shamed as smoking while you're pregnant. In fact, I'm here to save you guys literally tens of thousands of dollars by giving you one tip today. The water inside of the plastic water bottles that you're buying in big, massive quantities, that water is less regulated than the tap water that comes out of our sink. So the stuff that's coming out of our tap is healthier than what we're buying in these overpriced, expensive water bottles. Plastic is more aging to our skin than the sun. Hey, what's up, warriors? Diane Kazer here, and today we're going to talk shit. Just kidding, we're not going to talk shit. I just thought this was a really funny pillow. Although pooping is one way we detox, and we are going to talk briefly today about detox and why it's so important to drink water, actually. But the main thing today is an announcement that I would like to make. And that is that I've been asked to be a nutritional expert for a really powerful community that I am stoked to be a part of. And it's called Xanadu. Have you guys ever heard of Xanadu? It's something in Orange County. I've been posting a little bit about it. If you go to my wall, you could see a whole bunch of pictures and fun things that we've been doing. But my role in Xanadu, thank you Heidi and Ryan, is to talk about how we can get this toxic piece of crap out of our lives and out of our oceans, and it's killing us. It's not just killing us, it's making us fat and sick too. So today we're going to talk about plastic. I'm going to give you guys a 5-minute spiel on some of the biggest reasons why you guys should highly consider getting a bigger water filtration system than a Brita or a Pure or a Aquasana. They're just not enough. Okay. So I did a presentation, and I'll share the quick video after this on my wall so you guys can see what I did on the beach. That's what we're doing is we go through, we clean up the beach, we're picking up plastic. You know, there's all kinds of families, plastic is everywhere. I don't know if you guys have any idea how much plastic in our lives, the way that it is today, is literally destroying us. So for the first thing I will share is this. Number one, plastic, and how it makes you sick. Number one, it is more aging to the skin than the sun. Now, here's what's crazy, is we are being told by thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people and billions of dollars of ads, we are being told that we need to buy water bottle. We need to buy a plastic water bottle that is filled with this mess. I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but the water inside of the plastic water bottles that you're buying in big, massive quantities, that water is less regulated than the tap water that comes out of our sink. Did you know that? It's pretty crazy. So the stuff that's coming out of our tap is healthier than what we're buying in these overpriced, expensive water bottles. In fact, here's what's crazy. You guys know who Nestle is. I'm sure you guys have heard of Nestle, right? In 2013, they bought 27 million gallons of water from 12 different springs in California for, get this, $524. 27 million gallons of water for $524. And yet we pay about $1 for each 12 or 18 ounce thing of water. That's pretty nuts. So I went through a lot of the research last night and saw that, and the numbers were staggering to me. In fact, I got so pissed off that I thought I need to talk with you guys more about these things. So I will be talking about this on our Xanadu adventure on Sunday. So if you guys are in Orange County and you want to stop by, please come by because we're dressed up in all kinds of really fun costumes. This one is a tropical adventure. So I would love to see you guys there if you guys are tuning in from the Xanadu family. I love you guys, and I can't wait to hang out again. I'll be talking for about 10-15 minutes on this topic again. The whole entire year I'm going to be talking about this stuff and the importance of getting plastic out of our lives slowly but surely. It doesn't have to be expensive. In fact, I'm here to save you guys literally tens of thousands of dollars by giving you one tip today. So the first one is, like I said, plastic is more aging to our skin than the sun. And so we're using all this SPF stuff to put on our face, which is actually very cancer causing, more so than the sun itself. And so the first thing that we should be thinking about to look more beautiful, and more glowing is, what are we drinking and what is it contained in? So these plastic water bottles, we really got to get them the hell out of our lives. Because BPA is the most toxic chemical on the planet. I'll be talking more about this on Sunday, as well as the rest of the entire year in Orange County with the Xanadu Life group on this. We're videoing some of it, so we're going to be sharing just like this. But BPA is estrogenic to the body, so if you want man boobs in your guy, go for it. If you are a woman and you're trying to get pregnant, you got to have your levels of this stuff checked, because a lot of times, 40% or so of the weight is bared on the woman of her health to get pregnant. The other 40% is the man, and like the 20% is the collective group with the two of them together. So it's important we understand that toxicity in our lives is actually what is preventing us from being happy, from getting pregnant, from having a sex drive. A big thing that I just did, that I launched, and it's almost over, but I hope you guys are tuning into it, is Heart to Happiness, hearttohappiness.com. It's how to be wildly happy. And really, we're only operating about 30% of our potential right now, and it's because of things like plastic in our lives that are literally calcifying our pineal gland. This is our intuition. This is how we know whether things are right or wrong. And so we've got BPA that's just literally plastic. When you look at it, that's what it does, is it melts in the inside of our body, and it just binds to receptor sites where hormones are supposed to go. The body gets confused. It makes more estrogen. Guess what estrogen does? It makes cancer. It grows cancer in the body. So it's a neurotoxin. It gives us a shitty mood. We gain weight from it. Our thyroid can't do its job and metabolize food, and we're bloated because we can't do what we need to do with hormones. So it's really, if it's the most toxic ingredient on the planet, that we need to learn how to get out of our lives. So I mentioned, and here's my number one tip for the day, I've got it right behind me here, but I mentioned that it's costing us $20,000 more to buy plastic water bottles, than it is for people like Nestle to buy it. That's crazy. So how do we do this? How do we save money so that you guys aren't having to bear, number one, the risk of what this BPA crap, and not just BPA, but there's multiple ingredients in plastics today. But so you guys don't have to bear the risk of your health, and you don't have to bear all the expenses either, and pass this on to your children, and never mind what's happening to our planet, because we have a whole, it's an island, it's a plastic island in the middle of the ocean now that's the size of Texas. And we can't get rid of this crap. This is what I do, and this is what I'm going to teach you guys right now. It's going to save you literally tens of thousands of dollars very quickly. So, and then you can go to my website, like I said, if you guys are tuning in now or later, you can go to dianekazer.com/Xanadu. That is where I'm posting all of this stuff, and I will be for the rest of the year. It's going to be the best resource for all of us to get plastic out of our lives as quickly as possible, so we can be in a better mood like all the time and have a ton of energy. I can say this because I've gone through this and I've got it out of my life. On that page, you'll also see that I used to have very high levels of lead, like off the charts. And then 2 years after I detoxed and changed my water and what I showered in and what I coffeed in and everything, my lead levels were much lower. And right now there's a huge, huge scare, as bad as E. coli, going on around. Mike Adams from Health Ranger, he's busting this huge myth that the EPA are looking out for us. They are not when it comes to water safety. There is tons of bacteria. In fact, Maricela, the bacteria that we found on your lab testing is what's commonly found in a lot of our tap water, which is the same thing as bottled water. So it's a huge scare. It's not just, I'm not saying it to scare you guys, because you guys know that I'm here to aware you and to inspire you and to educate you so that you can make more empowered decisions for you and your family. But there are excess levels of safety in terms of lead levels in our public water supply, like drinking fountains at school and stuff. And so now they're exposing that. They're blowing the lid, literally. They're blowing the lid on all this stuff. So I put that on that blog. You guys can see that there, dianekazer.com/Xanadu. I love my family. I love you guys. Here's my tip, guys. What I've been talking about with Xanadu and what I've done for us, for warriors and the Xanadu community, is that I've negotiated, I got us a good deal on Berkey's, and now I've also looked at the price difference between Amazon, buying on Amazon, not directly from this source, and buying it directly from the source, and I got us a good deal. Warrior 10 is your 10% discount off of everything. It's on that link I just shared with you, but it is the Berkey system. This, and you actually should put a post-it, just like I did, this is love, right on here, because you are what you drink. And if you ever follow, there's a guy who wrote a book, Yamayaka, I can't remember his last name, but he wrote a book on how we are we drink. and you put the word love on water, and it's going to change its frequency. So I don't know. Who knows if it's true or not? He proved it was, but I always have love sitting right there. So this is, for all of you Xanadu people, here is how big it is. So you guys have been asking me what this looks like. And this is as big as it is. Like, look, see how the size of my hand? This is called the travel Berkey. And because of this bullshit law right now with lead in California, which we can't even explain, a couple of my clients have purchased this in the last couple of days with the Warrior 10% discount, the Warrior 10. This is the only one that's available in California right now. California is being greedy as and they're trying to get everybody to prove that they have that whatever the water is filtering out, it's got lead levels that are below levels of safety, which even our drinking water, like Nestle and stuff, they don't have to prove any of that stuff. So why would this company have to? That's so stupid, right? The whole idea here is that we want to filter this stuff out. This is as big of a system that you can get right now. You could have them shipped to your home from in another state, and your family can send them to you. Yeah, you can do that too. But right now, as it stands, this wasn't the case last year, but there's this big issue going around. So this is my best advice, you guys, because I've done hours and hours and weeks and years of research on this stuff. You can take this anywhere. You can take this camping with you. So, you imagine, what's up, Lynn? Oh, I love you. Hi, Jason. So what you can do is you guys imagine yourself driving in the car. You're driving your car. You're going somewhere with your girlfriends, your family, or your friends, or whatever, and you want healthy drinking water. What do you normally do? I want to see you guys comment. Where do you go for your water? What do you buy? What do you bring with you? And I'm just going to say, because I know what I've seen people do and what I used to do, is I would go to Costco and I would buy a shitload of plastic water bottle containers, of which most of that ends up in our landfill and around birds' heads, seals' heads, and birds' stomachs and kills them. Did you know that 50% of our wildlife is expected to be deceased in the next 100 years? So if you don't care much about yourself, but you care about wildlife, then, maybe you guys will listen to this. So, yes, Maricela, awesome. So this is what you should carry. So when you go traveling, listen up. This filters out every single thing except for salt water, which is really, really rad. So, and you know what? I would even say, Robin, sometimes you even want to put your well water in here because this remineralizes and it also takes out any kind of bacteria that might be in well water. So this thing, people probably want to know by now. I'm not here to sell you guys anything, but this is the number one water system that is sold, and I did a ton of research on this before I recommend it to anybody. This is a couple of years ago. This is less than $300, and it will last you the rest of your life. It comes with a lifetime warranty. There's 2 activated charcoal filters in the top. There's 2 fluoride filters on the bottom, and you need both of those. It's on my blog. So you guys read that. If you guys bought this, you're going to save your family literally thousands and thousands of dollars every year. You'll see that in the blog too. I put all the pluses and the minuses of this versus Brita versus Pure because everybody wants to know the difference. So this is going to filter out 99.9% of all the junk that's out there and making it more pure and more clean than a lot of the bottled water. One thing that I found yesterday when I was doing all this research is that Fiji came up the highest levels of a lot of nasty things, and we're told that that's the healthiest water bottle company to buy from. It comes from Fiji. Why are we paying that much money for water to be transported all around the freaking world? And spending that much money in oil and the oil production that it takes to make plastic for the bottles to be contained in them, for us to drink the toxic water, for us to drink the water that's been leached BPA into it, and the longer it's been transported, the more that BPA plastic toxic thing has to get into the water that you're then drinking and that you're then disposing of, then makes animals and plant life in the ocean and then us sick. Because when we're burning this plastic, it has to go into the air and all the nasty chemicals that go into the air. Maybe, Maricela, that's why you're feeling so sick, because of all the toxins in our air. So anyway, this is literally, I think it's like $250 total. When you use the Warrior 10 discount, it's even cheaper. So go on the Berkey website, get one of these for yourself. This is literally what I do every morning. I take my little, I don't know if I can put this camera down, but you can see the spigot down here, and I fill this up. So I don't know if you guys, you guys can see that. I fill my water bottle up. I take this with me to go. And if you're on a trip somewhere, then you can take this with you and then just fill it up with literally lake water if you want to. Or if you're out and there is only drinking water that's coming out of a spigot, out of a spout, put it in there. You could, I'm serious, you guys, you could urinate in there. It's going to purify this water. That's how clean and effective these filters are. So if you're like, it's the end of the world and that's all you had left was urine, then you can pee in it and then you can save your life. Okay, that's extreme. But we really got to get this stuff out of our lives because it's killing me to see you guys sick, it's killing me to see our wildlife sick, and it's killing me to see our ocean life sick. And I don't want you guys spending that much money, and I can't stand seeing pictures anymore of people carrying water bottles. I want you guys to hear this first from me. Carrying around a plastic water bottle now is the new version of being as shamed as smoking while you're pregnant. That's how bad it is, because now people like you are hearing the truth. So now you get to do something with this information. I want to know what you guys are going to do with this. My goal is to have every family in America with the Berkey water system so that you guys have control over the water that you're drinking. Right now we have no control. There is one person regulating the water supply for the entire nation right now. One person. And she has a multitude of duties. So she's not focused on water filtration and the junk that we're drinking and the birth control and the pharmaceuticals that are not being filtered out. They're not controlling how hard the water is. They're not controlling, it's public record. If you guys want to call your water company or your utility company or municipality, you can ask them for a water report. Good luck reading it. I would just rather say, you know what, I don't need all this information. I just want to know exactly that my water is as clean as possible. Yes, Maricela, I know. Okay, this is the last thing I'll say, guys. If your water bottle says BPA free, or if you're being duped by the BPA free thing, which I was too, I learned this last year sometime. There's, like I said, there's like 17 or so different types of plastics. Just because it's not BPA free doesn't mean that if there's other BPA that it's healthy for you. So Robin, I'll answer that. Good question. Get a stainless steel container or glass. Those are the two best things that you can do. This is stainless steel. This is what I have, Clean Canteen. I just buy these off of Amazon. I have them shipped home. So I do not recommend you buy this on Amazon. The first time I bought this on Amazon, in fact, I had a problem with the first one. It wasn't a real authentic Berkey, and I had to send it back, and it was problematic, and I had to call a bunch of different people. It was a pain in the ass. If you buy it on Amazon, you are not going to get the lifetime warranty. You're not going to be guaranteed that it's going to be authentic. And the third thing is if you have any kind of issue beyond 30 days, you have no returns. You have no return policy. And plus, this, like I said, this comes with a lifetime warranty. And you get it cheaper. So my goal is always to bring you guys the highest savings strategies, get it for you at a discount, and make sure it's the cleanest and most effective source for you and your family. Robin, I'll answer that one now. Does it come out cold, or do you filter then refrigerate? That is on my DianeKazer.com/water tips. I do not ever recommend that you drink cold water. I don't recommend anybody put water in the fridge, and here's why. Your digestion does a much better job with warm water that is about the temperature of your body. So by drinking ice cold water, it is actually shocking your system, and your body then has to work really hard to bring it up to the temperature of your body. So when you look at like Chinese medicine, you're looking at teas and things like that, they always recommend, and I teach this in the Warrior Cleanse too, that you drink warm water, like warm as in a kind of tea water temperature, and you put some lemon, squeeze some lemon in there. So people used to say, and I used to think this was true too, that you drink ice cold water to burn more calories because your body has to work to make it warmer. And it has to work harder. We want your body to have to work less, not harder. Make your calorie burning movement. Let's not try to make some stupid, silly shortcuts. So some people say that it's refreshing to drink cold water. Maybe once in a while. The cold things I drink are like kombucha, but I don't recommend that you drink cold water. So the other thing that you can do, Robin, if you want to bypass what I just said, I think that let me just be clear here. Drinking water versus not drinking water is important. So if cold water is the only thing you're going to drink, fine. You win. But I would prefer that you drink it warm and just drink it straight out of the Berkey like this and straight out of your Clean Canteen. And then if you are on the go all day and you're like, oh, where do I get my water from? You can bring yourself like a big container, like get a big stainless steel containers, and you just leave that in your car because it doesn't leach into the water. So, but they do sell, Robin, and you could get these anywhere. You can put these in like glass containers. I like to use mason jars. You can just put a bunch of water in mason jars and just put them into your fridge, and then you can drink them there, and then that way you have a whole bunch of water stored. But I just don't, and you have it there, and then you have a refill opportunity here. And I just don't recommend drinking ice cold water. It also gives you like brain freeze and stuff. That does for me anyway. So, okay guys, I hope this helps. More people joined as I did the video. Did anybody have any questions at all? If you do, I can see them on the feed here. If not, shoot me an email. But I want to see more of you guys cleaning up your life of BPA, cleaning up your life of plastic, cleaning up your life of things that are slowing us down, that are making us fat and sick and tired. You guys are always wanting to know the shortcuts to this stuff. This is the best shortcut. Good job, Robin. I'm really proud of you. So detoxing is the most important thing to stay farthest away from disease. People, the clients and patients that I work with are not drinking enough water. That's the number one thing I see consistently. This is one way to guarantee yourself that you're going to drink more water, because it's cheap. This is costing like nothing. This thing, like I said, $250 for the whole year. The filters last 1 year and 5 years. You don't have to change them as often as Brita and Pure, and they're doing a lot more to filter out the junk in our water supplies. The next things I'll be talking about in the future is what you're showering in, because that makes a difference too, because a lot of us are showering in fluoride and chlorine, and that's getting into our pores. So again, I'm not trying to make you guys paranoid, but I do want to make you more beautiful. I want to make you more agile. I want to make you more energetic. I want your sex life to be amazing. For those of you who are trying to procreate, who are my friends and clients, we need you. We need you to make more healthy babies like you, because I love you and your genes are awesome. So the more I'm protecting you guys, the more that I feel as though we could all, as an entire world, change this. Ceramic filters. Julie, the answer to that question is on the website as to exactly what they are. I believe that they are. That one's on the bottom, and the charcoal ones are on the top. So go to my, like I said, DianeKazer.com/Xanadu. And then what you can do on there is you can see the specs on all of this. There's so much information. For those of you guys have really specific questions, you'll find it on there. If not, ask me. But like I said, Amazon is not the place to buy this stuff. I did a ton of research, and there was a ton of fakes. Lots and lot of, I've been seeing that more often than not. People are selling fake stuff on Amazon. We are trying to promote getting rid of our plastic, or at least minimizing plastic exposure as much as possible, so that you can be healthier, the oceans can be healthier, and selfishly I could swim with more dolphins and whales and sharks, because I'm a scuba diver. If there's anybody else that's out there who's a scuba diver, come join me. I would love to dive with you. I live in Orange County, and I'm out Laguna Beach scuba diving whenever I can, when my equipment's not broken. Yes, you only have to change one of the filters once a year, Jag, and then the other one every 5 years. So it's like literally the easiest maintenance thing ever. I love you guys. I love you so much that I want you around, and I want your kids to be around, and I want you to be happy, and I want you to feel a ton of energy. And this is all the stuff this is the example of what I always try to share with you: the biggest impact, the easiest to do, rather than the smallest impact, the hardest to do, because that makes no sense. So I don't want you guys to beat yourself up and beat your heads against the wall doing things that are not that big impact, but they're hard to do. I want you guys to do the biggest impact, the easiest to do. And then as you get better, I'm rolling out new programs and all kinds of new tips so that you guys can get better and better as time goes by. But this is the most conscious, amazing, cost-effective, healthy, responsible thing that you can do for yourself and your family. Carrie, sister, I'm happy to see you. I love you. Last question. Have you eliminated as many environmental toxins as possible from our daily lives? We have a Berkey and drink from stainless steel. Yay. Okay. I heard, since I gave this presentation at Xanadu on Sunday, that there's been 5 people who, and I presented to about 70 people on Sunday, that there's been 5 people who got a Berkey. So I'm just really stoked that you guys are listening to this stuff. But I'm tuning out. Please email me with any more things that you guys want to hear more of. I hope this helps. Share with your friends. We're in this together. If you care, please share. And I've got a lot of other funny things that are going to come out too, so that's easier for you guys to focus. But thanks for sticking with me for 25 minutes. Have a beautiful, what day is it? Tuesday. Tuesday, get it? All right. And happy pooping. I love you guys. Bye.